Hi, my name is Samantha and this is my dog Josie, and right now I'm going to be showing you how I give Josie her heart medication. Actually, the little demonstration I'm going to be doing is good for any pills, but she happens to be on a little cocktail of medication here, and it's something that was overwhelming to me when I first started giving her medication, and she's actually on more now, which I'm not really including in this. So it does get complicated sometimes, but this has really helped me a lot. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. She's been on these pills and she's still with us. So here we go. This is Josie. Goodbye, Josie. Okay, we'll see you in a minute, Josie. Okay, so first of all, I keep everything on a tray just so I know it's all there, and also for me, sometimes out of sight, out of mind. I just need to be reminded I have to do this, and it's twice a day, breakfast and dinner time. I have the pills sorted out in alphabetical order. I put a little, for example, this one is called enalapril, and I put a little E on the lid of the bottle, as well as a big E on the bottle itself, because if I got it separated and I ended up putting the cap on the wrong one, I just want to make sure I don't make a mistake. And then plus they're in alphabetical order, which just for whatever reason, I don't know, it helps me. So, and then there's a list, which actually came from Josie's, where she gets boarded. So I just made copies of this. I keep a master copy, and then I fill in the dates, and I have the name of the medication and how much dosage is needed in the morning and the evening, so that anyone, any family member should be able to see what's going on, and we can communicate through this so that we know for sure she got her pills. Okay, so that aside. And then I have some deli meat here. I usually just buy them in the little tubs like this. I have found that ham works really good because it's very pliable. Roast beef is her favorite. Turkey is probably the most healthy, so I try to use more turkey than anything else, but this is what I do. And sometimes I'll label it Josie's meat, because I've got my fingers all in it and everything, so no one else eats it. If I have to take her to be boarded, I just take the whole container of meat and label it Josie's meat. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so to get started, I have a little saucer here, and the first medication is called enalapril, and her evening dosage is 1.5 pills. So I'm taking 2 pills out, and I have here a pill cutter, which you can get at any pharmacy. I'm placing the pill inside the little rubber holder. The pill does have scoring lines on it, and I'm actually just ignoring them because it's too difficult to line them up perfectly. That is a very sharp razor blade, and just snap it down and you get 2 halves, okay? So I'm immediately going to take 1/2, I'm putting it back in the bottle, and I'm putting the lid on, and I'm done with that until tomorrow morning. The next medication is called Salix, and she just, in the evening dosage, she just gets 1/2 of one of these. You can see how it looks very much like the first medication, just slightly lighter in color, and maybe a little bit more chalky, but they look so similar, and this is the reason why I have those checks and balances, why I try to keep the bottles labeled. And immediately that 1/2 goes right back in. The next medication is called Thyrotab. These are really easy to break in half. I don't even need to use the pill cutter, I just snap it. It's got a scoring line, and it's kind of an oval shape, an oblong oval shape. And the last medication is called Vetmedin, and at night she just needs 1. This is a chewable chewable medication prescription. However, she's very finicky eater and she won't chew it, so I need to crush it. So I have a piece of foil, and I'm going to place it over the pill and just roll it with a spoon. And make sure I get all the little dust and powder, and make sure we use all of that up, because it's very important. That's what keeps her heart beating. Okay, so now I have all of my dry ingredients. My bottles are closed. I'm not going to make any mistakes and put anything else in there. And we're ready for the next step. Okay, So now I'm ready to what I call roll the pills up in the little deli meat. So first of all, I'm just going to start with some turkey and just take the pill, put it at the end, and just roll it up. And I am literally making like a teeny tiny little burrito. And I give it a little squeeze, and there it is. And this is something that you really need to do immediately when you need to serve them immediately, I should say. If the pills were to sit in this meat, if you did it in advance and prepped it in advance, the pills would begin to dissolve. The dog would bite into the meat and taste the pills and then never ever thereafter want to take their pills. So I just do it fresh and give it to her right away. Looks like we're doing really good here with this. And you can see the turkey meat's very thin, and I just kind of make a pile of it and roll it in. Okay, well that was easy. She might not even be getting any of the roast beef tonight. So this is the ham, and it's really pliable. It doesn't fall apart like the turkey does. And what I do to get this down her is I just kind of blot it. And sometimes I end up with bigger chunks than that. It's kind of powdery right now, but that's fine. I fold that all up. I'll give her some roast beef. Same thing, little burrito. Always give it an extra little squeeze, a little squish. And there we go. And one more. She likes the roast beef, we'll give her the roast beef. And then sometimes I do keep a little extra on the side, because if I did, sometimes she'll just spit it right out. And then I have to like re-roll the pill, and I'm already someplace else. The meat's already put away, so I just put a little bit there. Now we're ready to give her her pills. Okay, so we're ready to give Josie her pills. You ready, Josie? Sometimes Josie doesn't want to eat her pills in the morning, and then Herman acts like he's stealing the pills, and he puts his nose in there and he tastes like the meat, and then Josie doesn't want Herman to get it, so she eats her pills. But no problem right now because she's hungry for them. So I give it another little squeeze. She gobbles it right up. This is the easy part. Good girl, Josie. Good puppy. Well, she's not a puppy. 13 and a half. One more. Very good. And here's the leftover stuff, and I'm just going to give her a special bonus treat and just let that off the plate. Some people think it's okay to just put all the pills down there rolled up and let the dog lick them off the plate. But that doesn't work, because their tongue could swipe it and unroll it. The pill will go flying. We've tried everything. And then also what I do too, since especially our carpeting is kind of light colored, flack, I just make sure I didn't drop anything. I just feel if there's a pill that got missed. And that's it. We're done. Okay. I'm also going to show how to give a dog pills with peanut butter. And you can have whatever special peanut butter it is that you like. It doesn't really matter. I probably would not go with chunky. I would probably go with smooth. Since Josie already had her pills, I'm demonstrating this with sunflower seeds. So if all that one pill that gets all crushed up might represent that much of the pile, and then the other pills, and really all you need to do is I take about the amount of maybe a large tablespoon, or not teaspoon, that's more of a teaspoon. And I use a spatula, and this is Josie's spatula because she's going to lick right off of it. And this is actually Josie's jar of peanut butter too, because I do stick it back in. I wash it, but it's Josie's peanut butter. So I just kind of start patting at the pills or the sunflower seeds and get them moist. And then I use my finger and I'm just going to mix them all up. And this probably would require more peanut butter. It's probably not the best example, but I'm not going to stick my finger in there and do it. So anyway, that's all I do. And I'm not going to feed these to Josie, but what Josie would do is sometimes she'll just lick it right off the spatula. Sometimes I have to take a little bit off on my finger, and I actually have to open her mouth and shove it down her throat. And she's like that for about 5 minutes, you know, because it's stuck to the roof of her mouth. But the pills go down. It's amazing. So that's how you give your dog pills with peanut butter. You can put all of them in there at one time. And as a last resort, the one that's not the most fun, but if you have to do it, your vet could give you one of these little tools, and you just put the one pill at a time into this little rubber opening tip, and then this will push it. Then you open the dog's mouth with your one hand, and then you just, and it shoves it right down their throat. You try to get it maybe down to the back of their throat and then snap it, and then they'll close their mouth and then pat their throat, and then the pill will go down. And that is how you give your dog pills. Thanks for watching.